Hey guys, it is the Raw Wrap Up. Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter, WrestlingMayhemShow.com. We join you here live on Google Hangouts every Monday night with some assortment of these gentlemen. I am back. Yes, I was on a plane from Tennessee during Raw last week. Thank you, Mike and the crew, for holding it down. Mad Mike, Poughkeepsie, New York, site of things that were significant in Poughkeepsie, New York this past week. How you doing, sir?
Not too bad. Not the best wrestling show I've seen all week. But yeah, Raw was fun.
And also with us from the greater Pittsburgh area as well, he is the Rizz of Rizz Plays Games on the YouTubes. How you doing, man?
I'm doing so good, Sorg.
It's been so awesome. It's been so awesome. Well, Monday Night Raw has come and gone, and we'll talk about a lot of
I don't know why I whispered either.
I don't know why we're whispering it. I don't know why this is a Whisper Mayhem show. What are you doing there, Riz? But anyways, it's come and gone, and definitely you wondered how long the streak could continue. I thought we've had some very entertaining ones, this was a lot. I don't know. What are you guys' feelings on that, Mike?
I mean, WWE has had a problem with go-home shows. They just have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think last week's show was more of a go-home than this one.
I think the last 3 weeks were good examples of go-home shows almost.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of surprise. But then again, I wonder, how much is, do we have to have a bunch of surprises and run-ins and stuff for this to be an exciting show? What needs to happen? One, not having an Ambrose Asylum. I know it's a little bit of a dressing on what's going on there, but I thought that was some of the better parts was Ambrose and Jericho, of course. It was just it's another week of everything that's been progressing. It's just all right, well, let's stretch this out to the pay-per-view. And here we are.
It almost seems like every Raw that main events Roman Reigns just ends up coming off lackluster.
Well, we're also getting to the point. I'm sorry, Rose. We'll go to you in a second. I think we're also getting to the point where Del Rio is just kind of around and not doing anything interesting, right? I don't know what it is. He is. Everybody's missing apparently in some fashion.
I mean, Lucha Underground is looking for him.
Exactly, and I think he's missing his purpose. That happens to be in the temple. But no, I mean, I don't know what it is with Del Rio. I love Del Rio. Don't get me wrong, but he gets in this situation like this where he's in this and you just don't care. And he's not a guy that's going to make you care about Roman Reigns.
When they brought him back, they had absolutely no plans for him.
No,
they just wanted to keep him off of Lucha Underground, and they wanted to pay him money.
It was a great surprise. It was a great surprise. It was amazing, right?
That one night.
The one night. And then
they had Zeb.
He did have Zeb, and it was awkward. It was weird, and I don't know what they were trying to do, and they abandoned it. But Del Rio, find your El Patron and go back home.
Yeah.
And I don't mean go back to Mexico. I mean go back to Lucha Underground. I want to make that clear.
I thought you just meant get drunk.
It could
find your Patron and get drunk.
So So there's just been so as far as League of Nations. Everybody says they're off. Did they announce that they are no longer a team, or did we just say?
No, they're just there.
They're just around.
They're like when Shawn Michaels and Triple H walked away from DX for that short period of time, and it was like X-Pac and New Age Outlaws and the B Team. I mean, they were just around. X-Pac came out in, with the DX music. New Age Outlaws had their own thing, but they were still part of DX. But it wasn't the same.
Right.
They're basically the social outcasts at this point.
No.
Where were they?
No, they're basically the social outcasts.
Social outcasts are better. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of how they're being used,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were jobbers of the week this weekend. It was kind of unfortunate as far as that goes. No?
The jobber of the week, Sorg.
Oh.
Was Damien Sandow.
It's Damien Sandow.
Wait, he didn't even win. He didn't even lose.
He didn't even wrestle. He was just
He was
around.
there.
We need a body out there, and he's another one that's interesting. What happened with just over a year ago? He was like the hottest thing, and I was amazed. Like he's done absolutely zero significant for over a year, and the crowd is still nuts over them. Who did he piss off? I mean, it's just so interesting. And I think Ed Burke's listening to us live right now because I'm getting a tweet from him that'll hopefully load here on this old iPad. But I'll get to that in a moment here. But I don't know. What do you guys think otherwise? Oh wait, here it is. The WWE's League of Nations is about as meaningful to real life as the real life historical League of Nations at this point.
Oh.
Wah, wah. There you go. But otherwise, I mean, there are more. So what are we doing? We're going to a pay-per-view.
The tag division's looking good.
Tag division's looking good. Even everybody just kind of coming out and talking. But there are again storylines. The Usos, even though the Usos and Anderson and Gallows are tied up with the main event storyline, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's the significance. They're okay.
Up Survivor Series or something.
I don't know about that. Not every time we get more than two guys together do we get a Survivor Series. There's been rumblings of maybe they'll take on the Shield. The Shield will reunite. No, I doubt it. Unless
it could be a Samoan SWAT team.
Could be.
I like going back to just seeing them wrestle somebody. I'd like to see them face Team 3D. Imagine that build.
You mean the Dudleys?
Whatever. I'm still in their TNA mode because.
Wow,
that's
stuck with you.
So when Bully Ray asks if you know who they are, you clearly don't at this point.
Nope. Please remind me, Bully.
Wait, you just called him Bully Ray.
I know, I did that on purpose because you called them Team 3D.
I mean, they're still the same thing.
Basically.
No, they're not. They actually care now.
Yeah, that is true.
They actually care.
But imagine the Dudley Boys, who have been everywhere, facing off against Biscuits and Gravy, as I'm going to call them, because they're not the Bullet Club yet.
How about Biscuits and Bullets?
At the same point, I laugh and hate that you call them Biscuits and Gravy. I just want to make that clear.
Biscuits and Gravy!
You're hitting a man, Sorg.
I think it's really funny. I think it's really funny.
Bullets.
That WrestleMania week, Jesse and Festus were both on WWE TV, but in vastly different roles.
What was Jesse doing?
He was at the Hall of Fame because his dad got inducted.
Who's his dad?
Gordy, Bam Bam Gordy.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, that was Jesse that was up there.
Oh wow, that was Jesse?
That's Jesse, yeah.
I need to look back at that footage.
Wow.
See, this is what you miss when you don't have me on the show.
Raw.
Raw, nothing really happened.
No.
Usually I hate what Mike, I hate when you say nothing happened on this Raw, but no, there was nothing new that really happened. It was kind of progressing everything that was already there, reminding what was happening. It's fine. Go ahead, Bruce.
And I was trying to say before, we're comparing this Raw to 3 or 4 of the better Raws that we've seen in recent.
We've been fairly spoiled the last few weeks. Yeah. That is definitely.
Yeah, we were spoiled, but like you guys said, this was a lackluster Raw because the 3 told more of a story than this one.
Honestly, the only development we really got tonight was that Vince is going to be a Payback, and he's going to further the Shane running Raw story.
That's true.
That's the thing. And that's probably where he's going to announce a brand split or a draft or something of that nature. Because I'm wearing a tank top because I'm feeling a draft in here, Sorg. I'm feeling a draft.
Oh boy. Oh, okay.
I'm feeling a draft, Sorg, because the NFL draft is this week. It's going to be in the news.
Oh, jeez. But and again, you talk about it was a lackluster Raw. It was a Raw. It wasn't a horrible Raw. It wasn't like, oh God, can I get through 3 hours? It was just you weren't And they had great matches tonight. I thought they had some good moments and everything. I had a lot of fun on Twitter with people tonight. Shout outs to Justin LeBar and friend of the show, Jimmy Corderas, for instance. It was a lot of fun, and I think this is the kind of thing where, watching with friends is what makes something like this fun, especially in this era. But even like the other stuff, like even like, I don't really care about this main event. I'm going to go watch that Camp WWE thing that they talked about. I think they programmed the thing expecting you're going to go look at all the other things concurrently. Like it's all a distractive thing, which is really horrible considering what people are doing to their bodies while you're just kind of checking Twitter. It's a really kind of interesting point to WWE.
That's the time we live in, Sorg.
It is the time.
We did get a nice video package for Chyna.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, how about that? They came right out. They gave a video package. I like to look out to see if they're doing any collections or anything on WWE Network. I bet we'll get a Chyna collection at the beginning of the month because that's usually when they seem to roll those out. I'm looking forward to that. But that's a bigger discussion on Chyna in general that I know the girls are going to be talking about tomorrow night on the Wrestling Mayhem show proper. But still, it was nice to see that they did do something, and even like all the responses and everything. I was like, look, she was a big deal. It just sucks that it takes her dying at the age of 45, wasn't it, for them to do something like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult discussion to have because she made certain life choices after she left wrestling that WWE didn't want to publicize.
Right.
So did Sunny.
Sunny made them after she was in the Hall of Fame.
Sunny got better and then got worse after.
Yeah.
So like she was coming back around. And
then she hit rock bottom.
Really and then she's just like, I got to pawn my ring and whatever. And Chyna, I think, was mostly on the, come on, give her a chance kind of spot. But anyways, aside from that, Raw. There's a discussion for another time. Yeah. But other than that, well, let's go around to how much. Well, first, one thing I did really like from tonight, I liked. Yes, we're kind of rehashing a little bit of what's happened with the NXT, but I love that NXT is part of the story, and everything else you've seen is part of the story. There's a great graphic today that I retweeted on the Mayhem Show account that was the Generico and Steen face from the Ladder Wars. And they redid it with their current WWE faces, no mask, whatever. And I love that. I love that is just a giant storyline. If you're like, and they say, hey, this has been a story for like 12 years, you can go look up their names and find all that stuff on ROHWrestling.com. You know what I mean? I think there's like they mention they were friends, but they don't mention they were a tag team, do they? And I think that's really cool that you can do that because there is a lot of story to that.
I think they kind of imply it though.
Absolutely.
They imply they team up together. I mean, that kind of does scream tag team.
Well, and there was a great quote. I think it was from the ROH guys. That says, "We're going to fight forever. Like we're going to do this forever. Yeah. You and me," which is really great.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's ROH's new either tagline or pay-per-view.
Hey, and you gotta give credit. ROH and Impact know their position. They know they're not WWE. So I actually was catching up, watching a little bit of Impact this week, and I saw the ad for like the AJ Styles DVD. It was like, hey, with the IWC stuff we're doing over at IndieWrestling.us, we do the little, hey, look guys, we got some of him over here. We got some CM Punk. We got some Corey Graves when he used to wrestle. Versus CM Punk, stuff like that. You capitalize on that. You have to.
But you're not doing it out of bitterness.
And a business.
Well, no, it's really all right. This is just a little thing. The NXT show I was at, the main event turned into Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe versus Austin Aries.
Right.
And at one point, Finn was thrown out of the ring, and Aries and Joe were facing off. There was a huge TNA chant. A huge TNA chant, and Aries kind of chuckled a little bit. And I tried to start a Dixie hates this chant.
Yeah, but that's great. We are the cream rises, and it's all rising to WWE, which
always rises to the top.
This is no cup of coffee because that's what
cream rises to the top.
The crop. Wow.
Resistance. Yeah.
360 degrees, Mean Gene. Okay, we're going to stop that.
360.
But no, it is great because we are getting this, and it's no different if you look at the 80s and you track back all those guys you loved from the 80s and how great it was in like 1987, 88-ish. Those are all guys that all came in from all the independent territories and everything to make this awesome melting pot of great stuff. From your Steamboat and Savage is your Owens and Zayn these days. And I think that's a really cool time, and we are seeing that. We're seeing that play out,
And can I get back to Raw just for a little bit?
I was talking about Raw.
Yeah, we were talking about Raw here. But like, I feel that even though this Raw wasn't the best go-home show, I'm still excited for Payback more than I was for WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's just a reminder of like, hey, oh yeah, that's what I'm surprised. That's what I really want to get the Payback for. And I think that's you didn't watch Superstars to see great wrestling every week, right? You watch Superstars to remind you how much you wanted to watch SummerSlam. And that
you mean Superstars back in the day, Sorg?
Yeah.
I watched Superstars back in the day because that was the only thing that was on.
Same here. So
I thought you meant like the one on the.
Okay. Change everything I said to Wrestling Challenge.
Okay, that's better.
All right, you got that, or depending on the era that you were in, All American Wrestling maybe, or WCW Saturday Night,
or Livewire.
No, nobody had a good reason to watch Livewire.
Hey, I loved Livewire.
All right,
especially
Sorg, I was hired in that room.
Hashtag respect the Livewire. All right, guys, thank you so much. WWE Raw, the last question, as we do, how much of Raw was watchable tonight?
130. Right
130?
down the middle.
Okay, I like it.
Smack dab in the middle.
Okay, all right.
130. I'd say 2 hours.
All right.
I'd say 2 hours. There was some stuff you could miss.
I thought you were gonna go Price is Right $1 over for me there.
No.
I split. I want to split the difference and go 145. I mean, I would not that. I don't know. You know what? I mean, it was watchable. I guess
watchable and enjoyable are different things.
Yeah.
The Shane Stephanie thing dragged on a little bit long. Like, we get the point.
Give me a 145 with a Twitter handicap.
It didn't detour me away from watching Raw.
No. Honestly, the worst thing, like, I'm watching Roman and Del Rio. I'm like, well, I'm going to go watch that Come WWE thing. I'm not even going to wait for a commercial, and here we go. Because, like, really, they're going to do their thing, and...
You did the WWE tagline there, too. Here we go.
I missed the dubstep for WWE Network.
Isn't that just Blake and Murphy's theme song now?
There's a music of WWE Network on iTunes that you can buy, and like half of it's dubstep. It's pretty amazing because it's all the early themes and the Legends House theme and all that kind of stuff, and yeah.
Legends House was dubstep?
No, I mean it's not all dubstep, but it was that kind of stuff. A lot of that C Money FO in there. So, guys, thank you so much. Raw Wrap Up, WrestlingMayhemShow.com. You can join us live.WrestlingMayhemShow.com starting about 8 p.m. Eastern Time through to about 11 p.m. or so with the Wrestling Mayhem Show and the Indie Mayhem that we record live. Join us in the chat room, live.WrestlingMayhemShow.com. This week, it's Ladies of Mayhem Takeover, wife of the show, as well as Dutters, as well as professional wrestler Britt Baker will be joining us.
Sorg, are you going to be duct taped again?
No, I don't. I hope somebody has to run the board, so I hope not. Maybe my tape will be just my hand will be taped to the desk.
Sorg.
Yeah, because if you, geez, we should probably post pictures of what happened last time we did a ladies takeover.
You got beat with a stick.
No, I did not, because I had to run the board.
You got beat with a stick. Run the tape.
On the audio, he is pointing at me through the webcam. If you're joining us on the podcast,
you gave me this webcam, Sorg.
No, he's pointing right through it, right at me, right through the webcam and into your home, ladies and gentlemen.
Make a kiss, Sorg.
And in the podcast, right into your ears. He's fingering your ears right now. And that's the Raw Wrap-Up. Thank you so much. At Rizz Plays Games on the Twitter. At Mike4883. I'm at Sorgatron. Follow at Mayhem Show. And we'll see you at next time. Keep it raw, guys.
Yeah.